Hey everybody, way too old to be gaming dude here. I'm going to be doing a no-hit run through the Master Sword trials in Master Mode. What's going to be different about this run between other runs I've seen out there on the internet is I'm not going to be using any attack buffs. I'm going to show you the methods that I use to get through this without getting hit at all. No attack buffs, not even cooking them in the middle of the trial, which you could use these methods to get through the trial if you've been having trouble with it. You could use attack buffs and more health, to get a health buff going, and you should be able to get through this no problem. Okay, so the first thing I do is come between these roots on this tree over here, just kind of right here, and I whistle. See those bokoblins over there? I get two of them behind the tree. So the question marks are behind the tree. This one on the right will see me. He'll come at me. I just kind of make my way back here, but keep the other two question marks behind the tree. To kill some time, I'm going to blast that. I didn't get a Korok leaf, which I would have liked to have gotten. Now it looks like this guy's gone back to his post, and he's got the spear, the Boko spear. So I'm going to whistle for him again. And he's going to come straight at me this time instead of, running and grabbing a spear. So as soon as he comes at me, I'm going to run back because I don't want to alert the other two. I'm going to stasis him when he gets pretty close. And then I'm going to bomb him as quick as I can. 1, 2. And then when he lands, well, usually it'll bomb him. Anyway, usually right when he lands, he won't even have a chance. Okay, so these next two guys are kind of joined at the hip. If you whistle, they'll both come. But if you whistle first and then you stasis this one on the left, the one on the right will start looking at him. And then he'll lose interest. He'll run back to his post. And this guy on the left will still be in the mode of, hey, who is that? He sees you, use the same method. Run back here. Wait for him. Oops. Get your stasis ready. As soon as he gets pretty close, stasis. Oh, I messed it all up. No matter. These guys are pretty easy to fight, just one at a time with bombs anyway, if you don't use stasis. And because he's almost dead, I'm going to just finish him off. All right. This last guy, you could do the same thing. Or just attack him directly. He's not hard. You can just get fire. Get him... into this fire and he will burn up really quick. Okay, so the things you want to leave this room with, I'm not going to take this damaged Boko spear. Get this rusty claymore, get this woodcutter's axe, get at least one spear weapon. So I've got 2 right now. I'm going to drop one. If you're going to use an attack buff, make sure you get mighty bananas and or razor shrooms out of these crates. So you want at least one. Looks like I got 2 there, so I'd be in really good shape if I were going to use an attack buff in the middle of this run because there's a cooking pot. So the last thing I need is a Korok leaf. So I'm going to try to get a Korok leaf before I leave this room. And all I'm getting is acorns. Are acorns. It's okay though because you do need quite a bit of wood for these methods. I'm going to show you. Meantime, I'm going to give a shout out to Quizzle. I found his video very helpful, his no-hit run through well, did he have all three? I think he had all three. He had all three sword. Okay, so I didn't get any Korok leaves, which is kind of a rarity. So I am going to go back. I'm going to grab. See, I've got one spear weapon. I want. Where did my rusty claymore go? Where did rusty halberd go? Huh. Anyway, I'm going to grab that Boko spear. I think I dropped it near the entrance. Nope. Maybe I blew it up. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to grab a tree branch. Just so I have something to knock these guys off the platforms with. In this next room. Usually I'd use a Korok leaf and just blow them off. But come over here with a spherical remote bomb. Take out this fire choo-choo. He's too much of a wild card. Get your spear or tree branch out. Well, that was disappointing. Blast that guy in the head. So I gotta keep moving because this guy on the platform that's blowing his horn, he could shoot an arrow at me at any given time. These guys up on the other, see, they're throwing rocks and they're hitting their friend up here. So I'm gonna keep moving so they don't hit me. And just take this guy out with bombs or whatever. Alright, so once he's gone, I'm going to try to get a Korok leaf now because I need it to blow those guys off the platform. Come on, Korok. Never hurts to have more wood. Jeez, can I just climb up a tree and grab one? These guys are going to start throwing rocks at me. I can't believe this. No Korok leaves so far. I have 2 trees left. This is uncanny. There's my Korok leaf. Hey, thank you. Okay, so come under here. Just blow one guy off. And then bomb him however you want. If it stays the same, bomb him. Dead. Blow the other guy off. Fight him how you want. And you're done. Okay. So now I've got to get the iron sledgehammer and some arrows. Some extra arrows. Which means I got to get up in that tree house, and the way I do that is just normal, climb this tree, paraglide over, get this sledgehammer, take out your trusty axe, grab, oh wow, 2 whole arrows. Well, it's looking like we're going to be slim on arrows this time. Make sure you have a bow equipped. You don't want to... This is a good thing though, because if we're getting the minimal number of arrows, it will be a testament to how well these methods work. Bomb this guy. I want to guarantee myself 5 fire arrows out of this room. And they are up in a chest up on that platform up there. So I come over here, I lure this guy over. I'm going to get away and bomb him. And hopefully you get an updraft. If you don't, you can dip the tip of an arrow into the fire that he leaves behind and just shoot this platform, and it should burn up and allow you to get the chest. Okay, there's another platform up there that's got a boomerang in it that's useless. Just take care of these guys. And away we go. We're going to ninja stealth strike this next room. Hopefully. Run to the left immediately. There's a guy up there. See him? Make sure he doesn't see you. Get behind this tree. Just climb up. Make sure your bow is ready. Paraglide out. And then before he can blow his horn, shoot him twice in the head. Get on your remote bombs, your spherical. Throw one at this guy. Don't worry about alerting anybody else. You won't. So now, similar to the other, you can stasis him. Bomb. Bomb. He's dead. You could grab his spear. So now you just need one spear. I'm going to use this new one. I climb up here, get the spear ready. And I usually jump as fast as I can up this first part of this ladder in case somebody's throwing rocks. Make sure this guy isn't alerted. And then just slowly push him off the edge here so he falls straight down to his death. If you knock him back, he won't fall straight down and then he won't die. After that, grab this spiked Boko bow and equip it. Don't worry about alerting this guy. Just jump off to the left and hit this guy 3 times in the head. Grab his spiked Boko bow and run away. Back up the ladder. And again, fast up it in case somebody's throwing rocks. Some bokoblin. And we're going to go back down again and kill that other blue bokoblin. 1, 2, 3. I'm out of arrows, which is not cool. But I'm not going to use arrows to kill these next 2 guys, so it doesn't matter. So the next guy, I'm going to use, I'm going to call this technique bomb golfing. Spherical remote bomb. Stick it on the corner here. Use the Korok leaf like you're going to throw it. Just right button, R button. And then target it just to the right of this guy on the top here. And when it gets right behind him, use the L button to blow it up. Boom, he knocks forward toward you, kind of the base of this. You might have to blow that off with a Korok leaf and just rain fire on him till he's dead. Okay, so then once that guy is dead, you're going to use your spiked Boko bat, and I want to get this guy. So I don't care about this. I want to get this guy, but oops, whoopsie. That was a waste of time. So I want to get that last guy. I want to get him. I want to sneak strike him. And in order to do that, I want to paraglide right down behind him. I want to see if I can do it while he's facing toward me. Usually he's facing away, but maybe I can do it while he's facing toward me. So get right behind him. Nope. So I'm going to run away. That's okay because this will reset his... It'll get him back to scratch. Get him back to his post. So there he is, back to his post, facing away from me. I'm going to get down not too close to him. Just about like this close. Sneak strike. Then run around in front of him. He turns around and sneak strike him again. Grab his bat, you're done. Okay. Come up here and grab the fire arrows. Yeah, 2 whole fire arrows, thanks. Come down here. Grab these. You can use the axe, the woodcutter's axe instead if you don't want to waste your spiked boko bat. I usually grab this traveler's bow. It doesn't matter. You know, you just need 1 weak bow and 2 strong bows. So these are my 2 strong bows. It is really, really shorting me on the arrows this run. So again, it should be a good kind of a testament to how well these methods work. Get on your iron sledgehammer and get your stasis ready. Go over to this spear guy, spear moblin, who is really, you got to be careful with him because he's spear. He will stick you with the spear with no warning. I want to get him pretty close to me, but not too close, about right there. And then get out as fast as you can, get the sledgehammer and get behind him. That way he has to turn around. He won't be able to just jab you when he comes out of stasis. And then hopefully you'll knock him down and knock the spear out of his hand. This other guy isn't, this other moblin, he's not really as much of a threat. Just get him back away from these bokoblins. He can start his attack actually, and then just start spin attacking him. Get behind him again. 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 hits and they're dead. All right. So now, hopefully I have a few fire arrows. And I can get on my weak bow, fire arrows, and the 3 bokoblins in here. They're black bokoblins. This one on the right is the most deadly because he has a spear. The next most deadly is the one with the spiked boko club. And the spiked boko bat, it's a 2-handed weapon, so it's slow and cumbersome, easy to dodge. So I want to get rid of this spear guy for sure, which means I'm going to shoot this with a fire arrow. Hopefully, yep, he dies. And next I want to get on my normal arrows and just take out any stragglers. Hopefully, yeah, that guy died. This guy's going to die too. Okay, so I got lucky. All 3 of them died. I didn't have to... normally I'd have jumped up in the eye, through the eye of that skull or whatever it is. I'd have jumped through here. I would have paraglided and took out whoever I needed to take out with this strong bow. You probably want to grab this spiked moblin club. Maybe grab a spiked boko bat. Grab any arrows that you can find in here. Grab any food if you want it. Make sure before you leave this room, you have... I'm going to drop my weak bat and my spear I didn't need. Okay, so those are the weapons I'm taking. And I may not even need this sledgehammer, but we'll see. Make sure before you leave this room that you have at least 12 wood. Just to be on the safe side. Because there's a room with a pot in it that you want to gather wood and have it leave that room with at least 12, I think, too. To be on the safe side, 16. Okay, so if you're going with only 7 weapon slots, which is what I think you start out with, you got to drop some weapons here. So I'm going to drop those weapons and just, these are the ones I could potentially attack the stone talus with. I'm going to run a lap around here and grab these 3 rusty claymores. Make sure you just run the lap in the tall grass. Don't alert the stone talus. You want to get these 3 rusty claymores before you start fighting him. You actually also want to start a fire with 4 bundles of wood before you start attacking him. Okay, so next I want to get my fire arrows out. I'm going to get my weakest bow. And I want to get 4 bundles of wood. And I'm going to put them down right about here. It's not rocket science. It doesn't have to be super precise. So now when I attack this guy, I want to knock him out after about 10 hits. So with the iron sledgehammer, you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then let go. And that will cause Link to slam it down. And then you want to look at where your fire is, jump off, make sure you jump off of his head or get off of the stone talus after he falls over, because that'll reset his clock. If you don't reset his clock by knocking him down like this, he will, when he gets up, he'll shake and then he'll throw you off. And then you'll take damage. So if you're using these rusty claymores, which are ideal, you don't even have to count the hits. They'll break after 10 hits, and then you just go to your fire, go back to your next rusty claymore, repeat the process. You can even target him, and that makes it so you don't fall off as easily if you're having trouble staying on top of him. Back over to my fire. He is just about had it. And don't get too excited. Just keep following the method, you know? This is a really easy method to repeat. Just keep at it. You don't need all these rusty claymores. So you don't need the iron sledgehammer or the rusty claymores after this. I'm going to throw this one out. And make sure before you leave that you grab all the weapons you dropped. So I'm going to equip the axe. Now I got the room with the fairy in it. A pot, cooking pot. I'm going to run over here, grab these arrows. Get all these chests. Now, if you want to grab this fairy, you can sneak over to her like this and just, you know, as long as you're sneaking like that, she usually doesn't fly away. I'm going to throw her out. She can go free. So I want to have 16 piles of wood. I've got 15 before I leave this place. So one more ought to do it. Sorry, fishies. If you need to, cook these razor shrooms into an attack buff with any other razor shrooms or mighty bananas that you have. If you have 5 of them, sometimes you'll even get a triple attack up for 8 minutes, which is way more than enough. Okay, this is a pretty easy board if you know the right ways to do it. So I'm going to show you the weapons I have. Those weapons. So I'm going to get on this Cryonis, and I'm actually going to conserve arrows on this run because I have very few arrows. I want to conserve arrows, so I'm going to use my Serpentine Spear, and instead of stasising this guy, jumping off and shooting him using bullet time, if you shoot him in the head 5 times, he will die. But I want to conserve arrows. So I only have 29 of them. Well, no, I'm not going to conserve arrows. Whatever. Not fire arrows and not on your weak bow, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There, that should kill him. I'm going to run up to him just in case he doesn't die. So if he hadn't died, I would have stabbed him once with this spear and he would have died. Now this other guy, I want to get some arrows out of him. So I'm gonna alert him. And then I'm gonna run toward this back wall and just let him shoot arrows. So he'll shoot arrows at me. He won't be able to hit me because I'm on this back wall. He can't shoot that far. But you see he's giving me all these arrows. He'll usually give 4 to 7 arrows. And it looks like he's already stopped dropping them. So I'm going to stasis him after he shoots an arrow. Then I'm going to run and collect. If you're running left and right, he won't hit you. If you're still running. I think I lost some arrows in the... So I'm going to just kind of serpentine my way up to here. Yeah, I got a couple more arrows over there. I'm not going to grab them yet. So what I'm going to do to avoid wasting arrows on this guy, I'm going to jump up, stasis him, and then I'm going to hit him with this spear. No, I'm not. I'm going to get closer. Okay, stasis again. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should go. Now I need his bow. And these Lizalfos over there, you don't worry about alerting them. They're usually okay. Okay, so we're going to use this method now called the Boy Who Cried Wolf. Get in this circle somewhere and just whistle. Both of these guys will get curious, but if you just stand where you are, they won't see you. They run back. As soon as they get back to their post, whistle again. One of the far wall over there will be like, I've heard that before, or whatever. This guy sees you. You got to run up a little bit so he sees you. And then he'll run back, grab his weapon. And you can use a 8-volt blade and use your shield with your sword, one-handed sword, to fight this guy off. Usually if you stay by the circle, he does that same attack every time. 4, 5, 6. So I do about 6 hits on him, and then I let him do that again. I don't want to hit him 7 times because that'll knock him back, and then I might lose my extra hits. So you can practice Lizalfos fighting. Find some Lizalfos out in the wild with spears, and just practice on them before you do this. They're easy to fight. They telegraph their moves to you well in advance, and their perfect dodge timing window is super wide, even in master mode. So I'm going to switch to the Liza Boomerang. Wait till a white triangle appears on him, and then ZL target him. Again, 6 hits, and then I kind of come over to the side of him here, and I corral him toward the back. Watch out for that tongue. I'll finish him off with a spear. There we go. So grab his throwing spear. Don't need that spear anymore. I usually grab his throwing spear and use it to take out this choo-choo. And that takes care of that board. Just do a link. Okay. So I need more arrows, or I want more arrows. I want a safety net. So grab these arrows. Come over here, use your axe to grab these arrows. These arrows. Okay, anything else you want, go grab it, whatever. Now there will be an Octorok immediately when you enter the next board. Don't have to really worry about him. He never hits you, but he's off to the right. And so just wait till he shoots and then drops down into the water and then shoot him with an arrow. You can kill him with a weak bow. And then take this guy out over here. You got to aim a little high over his head. And then create an ice block. Make sure you are on your strongest bow. And wait for this guy to notice you or whistle for him. He might shoot at you like this. If so, just drop off the ice block and then jump back up on it. Get your stasis ready. As soon as he appears, you're going to stasis him and jump off toward the land. And then shoot him as many times as you can in the face with your strongest bow. And I jumped off toward the land so I could keep shooting him after I fell onto the ground. So now I just jumped back up on the ice block, the Cryonis block, and finished him off. Now the way I play this next room is the hardest, arguably, although the methods I'm going to use will make it fairly easy. I hope. I hope it'll be easy for you. That's kind of one of the goals of this video, right? Not to prove that it can be done, not to show off, but just to show you how it can be done reliably, easily. So grab the silver bow, you'll need that. Grab more arrows. Oops. And then we're going to want to get on our stasis before we enter the exit portal. Oops. Slowed myself down. So get on stasis and make sure you have at least a 12 power bow equipped. Okay, so there's a Lizalfos right ahead of you. You can get stasis, use the L button to start the stasis. And then just keep walking toward him. Just push forward and L. As soon as he alerts, you want to stasis him. And then just keep walking toward him and shoot him in the face. And then he's gone. I usually don't come closer than about right here. That's plenty close. Okay, so now I take 4 bundles of wood. Oops, not 5. 4 bundles of wood. Get my fire arrows out and light them up. Float over here to the back side of this, about the middle of it, and then get 4 more bundles of wood. This is going to be our escape route and also our easy access to the top of this fishtail, because it's easy, quick access. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is trap this Lizalfos below me so I can fight this other one, one-on-one. The way I trap him is I take a remote bomb, and if I throw it and it explodes level with him, he'll notice it, and sometimes he'll just notice the remote bomb. So then I take a spherical one and roll it off behind him, and I blow him up against that wall over there, and I use Cryonis. And I try to trap him in here if I can. Ah, almost got him, almost. I should have stasised him and I would have had a little more time. My controller was being a pain in the butt. Okay, so try this again. Almost got him. Throw the bomb, square bomb over there, blow it up. He turns around. Spherical bomb, blow him against the wall. I'm not feeling too good about this one. Ah, yeah, didn't quite get him. Okay, try again. What's that? It's a bomb behind you. Okay, Cryonis. Don't fail me now. I think I've got it. Oh, we jumped out. Come on. Good. Come on. Ah, come on. Cryonis is being a piece of crap for me today. The good news is that you can do this as long as you need to. Just as long as you need to. I think I might have got him. I'm gonna redo this guy just to be sure. That looks good. I think he's in there. He's trapped. I'm gonna whistle for him just to see. Yeah, he's trapped in there. Okay, so this other guy, he heard it, whatever. Now, if you didn't have a spiked moblin club, you could drop one of these weapons, whatever, and then use magnesis and come kind of sneak down. See this corner of the shadow? Get about right here, and then try to nick this Lysel forked boomerang. So grab that, and that's a good weapon for sneak striking. So we're going to sneak strike this guy, and I'm going to show you with the weaker of the two. So just the weapon that I got in here. So I'm going to get down right behind him, just like the bokoblin. Sneak strike. Come around to the front of him, kind of push him. You want him kind of in the middle of this wood, away from the ramp. So I've got him about an ideal spot right now. So he doesn't fall into the water, he won't slide off the ramp, and just keep coming around in front of him, just kind of tap him on the shoulder. He turns around, who's that? And then you repeat the process over and over. All right, so we're going to do the same thing to this other guy, because we're going to take our elevator up to the top of this. We're going to do the same thing to this other guy. And the reason I kind of trapped this guy instead of the other one, well, number one, he's right below this fishtail, so he's easier to get out. Number two, if you sneak strike him while he's at his post, there's a good chance he'll slide off into the water. So he just stays a little too close to the ramp. Come on, dude. Do you hear this? Okay, so now he'll go back to his post, but he'll be too close to the ramp, I think. He'll be too close. He'll be like sliding down the ramp. So see, he's on the ramp. I don't want him on the ramp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around, take a square remote bomb. I'm going to throw it off this way. And I'm going to blow it up. That'll make him, when it's on the wood there. And then I'm going to jump when he's right below me. That way he's kind of centered in the middle of this wood. Sometimes he'll stop there, but sometimes he'll just go like that, but that's far enough away from the ramp that he's not going to slide down it. So now I go into sneaky mode, and I'm going to sneak off the top. I'm going to paraglide. I'm going to sneak behind him, take out the old trusty fork boomerang, sneak strike him, run around to the front. He turns around, sneak strike him again. Make sure you see the word sneak strike before you push it. And just keep doing this. Sneaky sneak. So dumb. Don't get too zealous, too overzealous. Just keep at him. And there you go. Took them both out with one weapon that was in this room. So all I really used in that room was 8 bundles of wood, 2 fire arrows, and that was it, wasn't it? And the weapon that I got in here. Yeah, and so now I don't even need any of these. Quizzle had a good method of using this lightning rod. You know, you sneak up, or you get behind them, you shock them, shoot them with a lightning rod, and then while they're being electrocuted, you take your forked boomerang or whatever you've got, and you hit them 3 times, and then you back up and shock them again, and repeat the process. So that's good if you get in a pinch. I would recommend, if they get alerted to your presence, if you don't do the sneak strike right, just run back here if you can, and then escape like this. Come up here, and then sneak down, and they won't be able to hit you up here. And if you're in sneak mode like that, they won't be able to see you or hit you, and they'll just go back to their posts. So that's a good way to reset them. Okay, so as far as arrows go, bow and arrows go, I want to keep one of these in the silver bow. Silver bow is what I'm going to use. I don't really need this shield. You feel free to have it. Use it if you need it. 4 bundles of wood is what you need or want to have. 8 is great, whatever. You don't need any of these except the korok leaf. So I'm going to drop all those just to illustrate the method here. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to take out these archers reliably. Very few arrows, and they are no match. Oops. Don't waste your flame arrows. Okay, so this archer, right above him, you can see on the back wall where the blue meets the black. So just about that far below it is where I want to shoot. Bing! Oh. Bing! Okay. And then this guy, straight up on the back wall, you see where the blue meets the black. On this left one, just a little bit below that, and just about there is where I want to shoot. And he's dead. Okay, so now the one I just killed, I want to kind of make my way over to his lookout. But don't get too close to it. This is probably about close enough. That might be a little too close. These guys have started shooting at me, so... Oh man, my controller's glitching. Okay, come on, controller. Work with me here. Shoot. You know, depending on how far away you are, you might have to adjust. I'm actually a little far away. Farther away than usual. So I'm aiming really high. Burned. All right, so these guys, those guys are gone. I want to get over here, magnesis this chest. Oops. Get these fire arrows. And now that post I don't want to go any farther forward than that post because there's a silver moblin up there. He will throw rocks, and he can throw rocks just about that far. So if he starts throwing rocks, if he sees me, I don't want him. I don't want him doing that. So I get my silver bow with fire arrows, and I want to target these blue guys first. Now the black guy. I want to try to hit the black guy in the head, the black bokoblin in the head, if I can. Wow, what's that silver moblin doing? Don't get in my way, bro. Okay, so I've run out of fire arrows, which is unfortunate. I'm going to start using normal arrows now. Just try to take this guy out. Try to hit him in the head. But if you don't, whatever. Okay. So now I need a fire arrow. I need at least one. And I'm out. So what do? I'm going to come over here. I'm going to risk it. Because the silver moblin's he's not alerted. The silver bokoblin's not alerted. Gosh, gyro on this controller's freaking out. I'm going to make my way over here. Oh, I don't have, oh no. I don't have my fire arrows. I forgot that I need my axe still. Great. Okay, well, come up here and take care of this guy. Or not. Or yes. Now this moblin is throwing stuff at me. I'm going to try to beat him in the head. So while he's coming down, I'm going to try to jump off of this and bullet time him, shoot him in the head, see if I can get him. Yep, I got him falling off. That's what I usually do. I usually create a fire right at the base of, I'll show you where. I usually create an updraft fire, 4 bundles of wood and 1 flame arrow right here. And then I ride that up and the silver moblin's up there and I shoot him in the head. Or I often, if he's not in the right spot, I'll come up here and I'll just lure him down. You got to be careful, get away from him and make sure you have your updraft. And then once you get down to your updraft, you ride it up. And he'll be behind you and you can just shoot him in the head and knock him off the platform into the water. Okay, so I don't have an axe. My Korok leaf. You can also take your Korok leaf and just melee, don't try to use the wind to blow that silver moblin, but if you can just run really close and just whack him with the Korok leaf, it'll knock him off the edge. If you feel like you need any weapons, there's some weapons up here to take to the Hinox we're going to fight next. But I don't need any weapons except a bow and some arrows. And I think I have enough arrows to fight this guy. Okay, so here we go, Hinox. I could have grabbed that longsword and the silver longsword, cracked open those fire arrow cases. I could have got some shock arrows, but this will do. We're going to wake this guy up. We're going to get stasis ready. Hello. Rise and shiner. grab his sword and knight's bow, equip the knight's bow, start hacking his nuts with the sword, shoot him in the butt, stasis him. So I run through his legs. Did you see that? I forgot to mention that. I come in here, I just start hacking him close range, and then I run through his legs. That gives your stasis time to charge back up, because he has to turn around. When you get through his legs, though, keep running. Don't just hang around right by his feet, because he'll jump and use his butt to crush you. Oops. And I'm not worried about running out, that breaking, because he's almost dead anyway. And I can just use the same method with the bow, which has plenty of durability. I can just shoot him. There we go. No hit run, no buffs. Easy, reliable methods. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Again, thank you, Quizzle, for your first run through this. First one I found anyway, with no hit, and really helped me out, helped me refine the methods into this. I have a lot of fun with this. These Master Sword trials. I like figuring out how to do them reliably, and spend a lot of time doing it. Too much time. Too much time for an old guy. Anyway, thanks everybody. Stay fun. Play games forever. Later.